Oh, I love nature. You can see how beautiful the sky is, right? It's cute and it's beautiful, but that's not the reason why I did this video. Right? I want to talk about something. I'm actually a very judgmental kind of person, but none of my friends is that because I have, I think I would say I've hidden that part of me for a very long time. Why? Well, it's because of life has been teaching me a lot of lessons. I think it started teaching me lessons while I was still very young, right? Like I started having this mind of um why judging when you have done a lot of things. You know that place in the Bible that says where Jesus told the adulterous woman that no, Jesus told the accusers of the adulterous woman that if you know you haven't sinned, be the first to cast a stone on her. You understand? Yeah, my conscience is very, very active. If I want to judge you by what you have done, what about the ones I've done that people haven't seen? You understand? So yeah, but the fact my conscience has been active, so I don't judge. So my friends always see me like one who doesn't judge. Yeah, because I have a very active conscience. It's very quick to accusing me the same way I want to accuse others. So, but that has helped me in one way. That's helped me in one way, in the sense that that's made me to see life from a different point of view, right? Like I wasn't seeing life the one way everybody sees it. It has to be like this. I come to realize that life actually doesn't have just one particular way. Minus the fact that Jesus is the way, truth, and the life. That's very certain. But I'm talking about in some areas. It doesn't mean that you must go to school, get a good job before you become wealthy. That's been the lie we have been told a long time ago. Then I begin to realize that this life is not just one pattern of going to school, get a job before you become wealthy. And it doesn't also mean that if you don't go to school, you will become wealthy either. There are some people that have gone to school and still became wealthy. There are some people that have not gone to school and did not become wealthy. You understand? So it it became a two-way thing or even a three-way thing. That was where my 3D mindset came in. I started thinking in three dimension. My view was one, the other view was another view, and the other view is another view. So making it three views. You understand? 3D views, three dimensional views. So that's but I think it also have limitations. Yeah. Right. Because if I had one particular view of something, I probably would just stand on it, right? Without wanting to know the other person's point of view. I will just stand on my own point of view and say, no, this is how it has to be. This should be like this. But at the same time, because I'm thinking in 3D, I because I'm thinking in 3D, I will now have to think from the other person's point of view, and thereby making me realize that I might be wrong. The other person too might be wrong. What if we both are wrong and there's another right option, right? So it also wants to make me like be in search of more knowledge, improve myself. The more I'm not always satisfied with what I have, the knowledge I have. You telling me I'm smart doesn't interest me because I feel like there is a whole lot of smartness smartness I can achieve. Um, so what I have now is just a minute. It's very little or infinitesimal, right? So I don't think it's up to 8% of what I should be having or so. So yeah, that's just it. There's actually no one way to this thing. You can just pick a side and keep going. And then started trading, and I realized how the life is so related to trading, right? Like you can you can take support and resistance and be making mad money from it. The same concept, but somebody is using support and resistance and is having huge losses, right? Now somebody can be trading order block fair value gap and the rest, and still not make anything. But there are people that are trading only fair value gap and they're making huge amount of money. So it's more like everybody's just trying to improve yourself and see that the fact that it has worked for you doesn't mean the other person isn't trying. It's just you trying to see from the other person's point of view and realizing that the person is going through a lot, and realizing that the leverage you had wasn't the same leverage the person had when two of you started. You understand? There are some people that started trading before I did and they are still not profitable. There's people that I started before them and they are already profitable. So it's just a whole lot of things. You can't really just come online and start judging people, right? Sometimes you just have to hear people's side of the story. And because of I am less judgmental, it has made me to like hear a lot of people's story, like from my friends and the other some other persons that are actually not my friend, just because of the way they hear me think or the way they hear me speak about some kind of issues. They feel safe to like talk to me and the rest. Then I realize that people are actually going through a lot just because you have made it or you appear like you have made it doesn't mean you should um, you should profit shame, if there's a word like that. You should profit shame somebody or so. But at some point, so like all those negative talks are actually kind of cool, depending on how you can process them, right? Like those negative talks, if you can use them to lock in, right? You can use them to lock in and the rest. Then probably you might not be profitable. I'm not saying it's not everything. Nothing is certain, but I'm saying like there is there is a joy in seeing improvement. You understand? I think that's one sweet thing about what I realized recently, that improvement is what I should have been after, not perfection. All my life I've always wanted perfection and the rest because I felt like life has to be perfect. And I felt like those who had money those who had money are perfect and the rest. So well, I have a lot to say, but I can't keep going like this. See you in the next talk with Foresight. Bye.